Vasyl Lomachenko stops the AXEMAN Nicholas Walters in the 7th round. He's unable to come out for the 8th round. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. Now, there's not much to break down with the fight. I will do my best to try to give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the reason I say that is it was a one-sided demo job. It was a demolition, and y'all gonna learn today, man. So again, not much to break down, but I'm just gonna talk my shit. Make sure you guys subscribe. I did a video. If you guys go to my channel, Boxingego, that's me, 2 years ago. Vasyl Lomachenko shows shades of Floyd Mayweather and Willie Pep in dominant win. This was before the Gary Russell and fights like that. I tried to tell you guys Lomachenko is a problem. It's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? I did my 7 reasons. When you guys gonna listen to me, right? 1 week ago, 7 reasons Vasyl Lomachenko will beat AXEMAN Nicholas Walters, Boxingego. I mean, let's go through it, man. Let's break down the fight. Now, I will say this. I give people a fair shake. I'm a straight shooter. I didn't necessarily think Lomachenko had the power to stop him. And it's technically a stoppage, but, you know what I mean? It wasn't like he knocked him out. But he was blistering him, punishing him, and he did get a stoppage, whereas I thought it would be a unanimous decision, which is what I said in my 7 reasons. So I picked the right person, and let's look at some of my tweets. Not too much action in round 1, more so a feel around until the last 45 seconds or so. Loma paying Walters power, respect, being patient. I like how he came out. Lomachenko, you got to know what you're dealing with. You know, this guy has a high KO percentage and knockout percentage. You got to pay him respect. You don't want to just be rushing in. But he got into his groove, and it was just a wrap. I said Walters has a sneaky uppercut. It would be a good punch to use against Loma. Let's see if he can get it off, which he was unable to do that, right? Walters' feet wide apart. Could be good or bad. Good for power, because you can maximize your power, get off some good leverage, but bad for Loma's angles, which definitely showed up in this particular fight. I said I gave round 2 to Loma. Not a superbly dominant round, but he was busier. Neither have landed anything serious. Walters landed a couple crisp jabs, and then it started to become a runaway fight for Lomachenko. I don't know if Loma can crack like Max Kellerman just said, laugh out loud. I don't think Loma has, I think he has respectable power, but when I think of cracks, I think of Wilder and, you know what I mean, guys like that Earl Spence, Triple G, guys that could really debilitate you. He's efficient and accurate with respectable power. Like, you can't just chump him. That's just my opinion. I don't think he has cracks like Max Kellerman was saying. He has like way more power than Pernell Whitaker. He's just a different fighter, right? Walters needs to start getting off first, letting Loma get into a rhythm. Walters needs to punch in between Loma's combinations and get respect. And this is what I told you guys in the 7 reasons. Loma is a great combination puncher, and he gets off first. And that's really what did Walters in. He's used to a little bit slower guys, you know what I mean? Like Vic Darchinyan. Donaire has some speed, but who knows how much the Rigondeaux loss took off of Donaire, you know what I mean? That's some mileage, the way he took that beating, especially in the 12th round. And I told you guys that in the 7 reasons. Loma's not going to wait on you. You know what I'm saying? He's like the person who's hyper. You know what I mean? He's just going to cross the street. Even if there's 2 cars coming, but he feels he has enough time to get across his street, he's going to cross the street. He's not going to like, oh, hey, wait, and hesitate. He's not doing that. He's just bow, bow, bow. He's getting off. And that's what I told you in the 7 reasons, which definitely showed up tonight. Then I said, now HBO and Letterman love boxing beautifully when it's Lomachenko doing it. And I just find that's kind of the bad, just the HBO commentary. Take nothing away from Lomachenko. He does box beautifully, but it's just ironic when Floyd Mayweather is on the network or Andre Ward, and they seem to be geared towards the puncher, the bigger puncher, who's the offensive monster. But now all of a sudden they care about boxing beautifully. You know what I mean? When Ward got back up off a knockdown just last week, I was at that fight live, they seemed more concerned with what the good boxer puncher was doing with the menacing power, as opposed to the good things the more pure boxer, complete fighter Andre Ward was doing. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? They seem like, oh, is he gonna engage Pacquiao more? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of generic and fake on behalf of HBO to pick and choose when they like boxing beautifully. Like when it's Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez and he's just getting his eyes swollen shut, and they're not really calling it for Carlos Cuadras, like what he's doing well, and they're so in awe of the offensive prowess of Roman Gonzalez or Triple G, but now all of a sudden they like boxing beautifully. And again, I take nothing away. Lomachenko does box beautifully. That's why I picked him. Round 1 is the only possible round that you could have given to Walters. I have it rounds 2 through 4 of the Loma show. Walter seems to be getting frustrated, needs something, and I've seen it. He just couldn't hit him. You know what I mean? Lomachenko could actually, just like Rigondeaux, Carl Frampton has the name too, but he could be considered a jackal just based on his style. He's very fidgety, frenetic energy, and he's like bouncing around, punches and bunches. He's like real. I just knew it would be a problem. Walters gained all that weight in his off season, going in with a guy like fidgety. Lomachenko, his favorite fighter growing up was Roy Jones Jr., so he does a great job of going upstairs and to the body, which slows you down, especially if you've been on an 11-month layoff like Walters, which is another reason why I picked him. And I said, really weird, both fighters stopped scrapping completely and just had a pose-down face-off until the bell rang. What the fuck? Laugh out loud. It was just weird. At the end of one of the rounds, round 4 or something, they just stopped fighting completely and just stared at each other, and then the bell rang. And then Walters I didn't like his body language at all. I mean, you could tell by his corner things were in disarray. But Walters, he kept doing this face like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? This I don't know face. Like, Lomachenko's just getting off with his shots, and Walters kept doing that face. After they did that little stare down, I noticed he did that. But you don't want to be posturing and doing all this and that when you're clearly losing every single round, except for maybe the first round, which was not much action, but a lot of people probably gave it to Lomachenko, but it was just more of a filler round. Walters needs to jab, jab, jab. That's the bad for Walters. He didn't look like the same fighter at all, but a testament and credit to Lomachenko. Much better round 6 for Walters, landed multiple thudding body shots on Loma. Loma had higher volume, so that's one of the Kovalev war rounds, like where you have to decide what you like better. I gave a slight edge to Walters in that round. You know what I mean? Like at most you could give Walters probably one round 1 or round 6, and some people had Lomachenko a shutout, and that would be, you could argue for that too. Like I'm saying, it was a better round, so it's kind of a mercy round where Walters was getting some stuff done, but he landed the bigger shot. So kind of depends on how you choose to score that. But some people, like I said, probably have Lomachenko. This is where it got bad. I said Walters getting clipped up in round 7, needs to go full Orlando Salido ASAP. I mean, it was getting to the point where he had to go for broke and land something big. Great round 7 for Loma, and little did I know that was the last round. I said Walter seems like he's fatiguing from all this movement and fighting at the Loma pace. Needs to summon his inner Marquez. Just pick off his shots, land something big, be a counter puncher. He just couldn't get anything off. No counters, no nothing. And I just said wow, because this one I'm doing live round by round tweetings. That's when they announced that it was stopped, and Walters said no mas and wanted no more. So I said Lomachenko, beast. Hate the decision by Team Walters. I'm glad I didn't travel to Vegas for that. Now, as you guys know, I covered Kovalev War live, and I mean, all these trips cost money. You know what I mean? I pay out of pocket for them to provide coverage for you guys, and I contemplated going to this fight because I was like, this is gonna be a banger. But then it was Thanksgiving and the holidays, the prices were all jacked up. I am so glad that I didn't go. I definitely want to catch a Lomachenko fight live, but this was not one. It was just like a one-sided. This was a good HBO fight for me to watch. I didn't necessarily have to be there. The undercard didn't really. Shout out to my dude Trevor McCrumbie. He got a knockout. But other than that, the undercard wasn't spectacular. The crowd didn't seem super electric, and it was a one-sided, punishing beatdown. Shout out to Lomachenko. 7 reasons. That man is a beast. Bring Salido. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said 7 reasons. You can bring on Salido. I told you guys for a while that I think Lomachenko will definitely beat Salido in a rematch if it's on an even playing field. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why I picked Lomachenko to defeat Walters, because people comparing the Salido fight, they don't fight alike to me. You know what I'm saying? And Salido, he's like the Malcolm X by any means necessary type of fighter, where he's gonna do whatever to assert himself. Like what he lacks in technical ability, he's going to actually like impose with his size, his power, ruggedness, coming in overweight, low blows, you know what I mean, borderline dirty shit. So that's really what it is, you know what I mean? Lomachenko fighting Walters, that's a different fight. That's why I picked Loma, because he's the better boxer. He's more active. He gets off first. I mean, just go watch the video. I said everything I needed to say in that video, and it's another fight at this division, another stoppage, you know what I mean? So the legend of Lomachenko is growing, and I'm loving it. I like Lomachenko, and it's funny because last week I picked Andre Ward to defeat Kovalev, and it's because I'm racist, I hate Eastern Europeans, I hate Russians, I hate everybody, it's Bay Area bias. And then I picked 7 reasons. I picked Lomachenko, which I was confident in my prediction, and then what happened to, I thought I was racist and stuff and all this extra shit. So y'all are funny. Let me know what you guys think. This is the fight. I would love this. Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. I mean, it's gonna have to be somebody who with that type of style, or Orlando Salido type of style, to defeat this man. He looks like he's growing as a fighter, maturing. He learned a lot in the Salido loss. Beast of a performance. I hate the decision from Nicholas Walters and team to quit. Like he was getting beat to the punch and getting pieced up with precision shots, but I didn't think it was at a point where they should stop it. You don't do that. You know what I mean? That's that no moss shit. So yeah, Errol Spence liked one of the tweets and retweeted something. But I don't know. I don't think it was at a point. Y'all making quitter memes with Victor Ortiz. Wow. Yeah, I gotta read y'all comments because I haven't got a chance to read it though. But I don't know. That's just like a pathetic way to go out. He was losing. You can even say losing every round but one, or every round shutout. But I don't think it was at a point where they should have just quit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he was in there feeling the wrath, and maybe he feel like he can't continue, or he had no chance in hell. It just ugly night for Nicholas Walters. He couldn't get off with anything. But I never like to see fighters quit. Like Lomachenko fought a fight with a fractured hand. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather had cuts on his eye. Pacquiao had cuts on his eye. You do what you have to do. You know what I mean? And at least don't. You know what I'm saying? You got 300. They say you got, according to Nevada State Athletic Commission, you got 300,000 for this fight. You know what I mean? That's not a performance that's going to get you big paydays now. You know what I mean? You got stopped. At least if you went the distance, then you could say something, or if you gave some good work, or did, you know, I don't know. I don't like it. That's the only way to put it. You look at Andre Ward. He got hurt, got buckled, got knocked down by Sergey Kovalev in the second round, and he went on to win the second half of that fight. That's what champions do. So I don't like to see this from guys like Nicholas AXEMAN Walters. And I love watching Nicholas Walters fight, but I don't respect that aspect. Like, I understand maybe like a Victor Ortiz, you got a jaw broke or something like that, but Ortiz, the reason why he gets shit for it is because he's done it more than one occasion. It wasn't just because of an injury. He did it in the Maidana fight. He was frustrated in the Floyd fight, so he started doing dirty shit to get disqualified. So he has a pattern of it. Don't like to see this from a guy like AXEMAN, but I think the layoff and stuff, he just wasn't ready for this type of fight. But let me know what you guys think. Lomachenko's a beast. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. 7 reasons. Signing off.